Well, hey everyone. So we are going to do a little bit of a stroll, but I'm actually filming this on Saturday so that you can see it Sunday morning, because I don't know what the weather's going to be like tomorrow, because things are about to get crazy. I knew it was going to happen. I think I even talked about it in last weekend's video. We are getting either rain or sleet or 18 inches of snow or some mix of all of those between tonight and Monday noon. Right now, it's looking like it's going to pass north of us, south of us, north of us. So that would suggest that we're going to get more rain and less snow, but we're still getting snow no matter what. Anyway, and then after that, it gets bitter cold. We're down to, I'm freezing today. It's like 30, well, it was like 32 degrees out, and I'm freezing today. So I'm really going to get whiny about it next week, because we've got highs in the low 20s to high teens and lows in the 7s. When I say the 7s, I mean 7 is what I saw on the news for the lowest low, which is crazy and ridiculous, and I'm not happy about any of it. So I've got myself some indoor projects planned for tomorrow, like dog baths and planting some seeds and doing some indoor stuff so that I don't have to go outside if I don't need to. But I got you, instead of the usual thing where we start walking around, we are going to look at a few things in the garden, although again, not much has changed. And honestly, any looking around in the garden that we do is going to be more about before whatever the heck's going to happen happens. But I almost forgot to sow my poppy seeds. That would have been a real shame, because as you guys know, I am nuts for poppies. You're going to hear machinery all over this video. Currently, more than half of our neighborhood still doesn't have power. We had huge winds yesterday. My parents lost an enormous tree. There was trees down all over here. We lost power for a little bit. I mean, we had so many power outages. So about half of the neighborhood is still running generators, so you can probably hear generators everywhere. Our next door neighbor, you just probably heard him go by or saw him go by in his tractor. He had a whole bunch of trees down, so he's out there. There's chainsaws running around. It is a hot mess, and of course everyone's trying to get themselves situated before this weather moves in. So sorry about the noise, but there's nothing to be done about it, because there is no relent from the noise today. Okay, poppies. Last year, I did this video saying I've been giving you bad advice all these years. And it's not really bad advice, but there's better advice out there. Long story short, I used to tell people, sow poppy seeds in January or February. Last year, I sowed poppy seeds in January, February, and March. And I had a rough idea of which ones were where. And I did share sort of the results of this with you guys at the time, but I don't remember if I did like its own video of it or not, so it might have been lumped in with something else. Long story short, lots of the poppies came up. From what I had marked, what I could tell was the most successful of those sowings was March. So I am sowing here in March. I mean, I think 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost maybe is about where we should be. And I think today is actually a really good day to do this. One, because there's no snow on the ground, so I'm actually be able to get to actual soil, although I still believe in throwing poppy seeds on top of soil, because on top of soil, that works too, on top of snow, because they will melt down with the snow. We're also getting some rain, so there's going to be moisture there. And hopefully we get more. I mean, what they really need is moisture when they germinate, so that's really when you want the moisture, but this will help settle them into the soil. So I don't really have a plan, but I do have all my poppy seed packets, and I thought I would show you what I all have this year. Well, this is unexciting, but this is poppy Peshawar white, and these are all bread seed poppies, you guys. So this is all of these are Papaver somniferum, which is breadseed poppy or opium poppy. Lawrence grape, total classic, right? Absolutely love Lawrence grape. Beautiful, deep purple. This is called Mark's Mix. And see if they have a description of this one on here. They don't. So this is essentially a mix of poppies. So that could actually be quite fun. Cherry Glow. This is like a almost neon orangey red with a black center, which I do like a lot. Here is Poppy Black. Peony, it says a peony poppy. Oh, this is, I said they were all somniferum. They're not. This is Peonia florum. Peonia florum. Obviously, this is peony poppy. I think this is, we're going to put these out anyway. Heavy-headed poppy buds lift and break open to reveal, although it's spelled revel, flouncy, sorry, copy editing the seed packet, to reveal flouncy, heavy or full-skirted blooms with sea green foliage that complements the luxuriant flowers. I mean, good use of adjectives for sure. That's what this guy looks like right here. Hungarian blue. I seem to have more success with Hungarian blue than I do with Lawrence grape, but they're both wonderful. I grew this guy last year. This is bowling ball. I grew some of them right over here. I mean, literally the seed heads on this thing, and this is what you grow this one for. It was just a pink flower. Seed heads were like this. It gets tall though. Well, this says 2 to 3 feet tall, BS. The one I had right here was damn near as tall as, I mean, I would say it was, well, I looked it in the eye, so it was at least 5 feet tall. And then I also just grabbed some of the poppy seeds I saved. These are a little older now. These are from 2022. This is my purple poppy. So if I get a poppy that I like, I save the seeds from it, or try to, and re-sow those. Sorry, I dropped something. So I'm not going to drag you guys along for sowing all these, but I did want to just show you how I'm going to do this. Take notes, guys. It's really involved. I just have to decide. I'm going to start here. What do I want here? Cherry Glow. That might be kind of interesting with some of the... Someone tell me, what color would you guys put there? I would do the Marks mix, but I kind of want to be a little bit more... kind of want to know what's going to come up in this spot. Okay, let's do some Cherry Glow. Right here, and I'm going to just kind of push the leaves out of the way so that these are going on the soil. So listen, I sow poppy seeds quite liberally because I don't know where they're going to pop up, and sure, there's going to be plants in some of these places. So it's really a shame I have to take my mittens off to do this because my hands are very cold. You've probably heard the advice that you can, here's your poppy seeds right here. Can we, yeah, there we go. So they're, you know, that's what they look like. They look just like the poppy seeds you put in your muffins because they are the same thing. You want to sow these a little thinly, basically, but also if you're really worried about it, you know, you can certainly mix these with sand, which a lot of people do. You guys, I just have never felt the need to do that. I just sow them around, and some will live and some won't, and I'm quite okay with this sort of haphazard method in which they grow in my garden. Okay, so where there are leaves on the ground, like I said, I just brush them out of the way with my foot, throw some seeds in there because you do need to have some soil contact. And if you throw these on top of a bunch of leaves, they might get to the soil, but you might as well just take the time to just sort of brush them out of the way and try to get that soil contact from the get-go. A few more here, and then we can call this job. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to bring you guys along to sow all these with me, but I think you get the idea. I just kind of roll them through my fingertips, you know. Boy, there is a lot of rabbit poop over here. Holy smokes. All right, let's call that good. Let's see if I can carry you around the yard and go look at a few things, but I've got to put my mittens back on. Okay, I promise to try to walk gently because I don't have any kind of stabilizer on this right now, so I'm going to try not to get you too shaky and get anybody seasick. And last week I was waving that camera around like, I don't know, it was a baton or something. Okay, so you can see on the ground here we've got just like chunks of just little branches down absolutely everywhere. I mean, here, clearly some stuff fell over here. Just a big mess. I think a bunch more stuff fell in the woods. I haven't really had a chance to So look, I just feel like so bad that so many of my neighbors apparently don't have power yet. I'm trying to make my way over to the bulb mound. The top bits of the soil are like, you know, you saw that I could actually move the soil a little bit. So this is all great. I'm starting to see the first shots of green, which are weeds. Like that's, I think that's Dame's rocket probably there, or I don't know what it is, but it's a weed. And there's garlic mustard weed. But listen, weeds are plants too, at least in spring. They are anytime, but you know what I mean. So let's go see what's happening over here. A few more snowdrops are coming up, which is exciting and great. And some of the ones that I showed you last, oh yeah, they're actually, oh, there's a lot more up than there were last weekend, which is quite exciting. Here's a really nice little one right here. Look at how many times am I going to show you guys snowdrops and ask you to decide. Anyway, good sign that the bulb mound is doing that. Over here, this is where I think I told you a few weeks ago we were getting this tree taken down here. I don't know what this was. It was this not great tree. So here it is. You can see where they took it down, where it landed. It's really nice to have it gone. It actually makes you don't even like notice that it's gone. It's just that there's way more room in the canopy above there. Off in the distance there where you see kind of like birch branches down, I think there's more birch branches down than there were. It was crazy, crazy, crazy windy. There are winter aconites around, in particular over here. So we'll maybe peel back a couple of layers of leaves, and then I will put them back so that they are happy once. Oh, here we go. Okay, we have found an aconite. We can stop talking about it now. There you go. There's a little aconite right there. Oh, there's a bunch of them hiding under there. But he's the first little one to pop his head up. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them under there. So like I said, I'm going to recover all this. Just because a little bit of protection might be nice for them, but they are definitely coming up. So there we go, signs of spring. One of the things I noticed is that I left all my clematis standing. So like this is Ragucci here. Every one of my clematis was bitten off by rabbits. I don't know why they do this every year. It doesn't matter. These all bloom on new wood. Sometimes I prefer to be able to grow them a little taller if I can. But if you look here, you guys check out these daffodils. I showed you these a couple of weeks ago. This is winter ice follies. I did not uncover those. They just opened themselves. Well, didn't open themselves. They popped up above those leaves, and they are just, I mean, they have big buds on them. They are like ready to go. I mean, that looks like someone came and literally took shears to them and cut them off. And I assure you they didn't, because they would be me, and I didn't. That's rabbits came and did that. Isn't that crazy? I don't know what it is. Rabbits are such nasty little buggers in the garden. This is quite the mess here. This is what Millennia Transparent does when you leave it standing. I like to leave it standing, and then I kind of don't like to leave it standing. It's really quite a mess. This is Winter Sawn. Is it Mugo pine? I think so, right? It usually gets a little bit yellower, but you can see the yellow in the tips. Really beautiful. That one looks nice and healthy. That was new last year too, so I'm excited to see that doing well. All right, so that was just a quick stroll around the yard. We'll see what it looks like next week when we check in, because I think it's gonna, I don't know, we'll see what happens. The only, the concern, well, not the only concern other than like my mental health, but the concern with these spring storms is that when you get this, really, the snow tends to be very, very heavy. Boy, this is really great framing, sorry. The snow tends to be very heavy, so the branches tend to get laden. And then if you get rain and ice on top of that, that's how you start getting broken limbs and you get a lot of tree damage. So I just hope that we can avoid that part of it. So there's that. All right, well, listen, guys, I hope you guys are having a great day in your garden. I am going to just pop inside, warm up a little bit, and then I'm going to finish planting those poppy seeds so that I can check that off the list. Have a great day in your garden. Thank you for watching. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.